Hello. So this is an effort in this video. I'm not really happy about how confused it kind of is here and how it kind of goes nowhere. But I am fine with the end result, even if I am really not happy with it. And I'm going to try and figure out how to really learn 3D vision and learn 3D really well before I jump into simple anatomy, because, or maybe I can try and do both, but as you'll see in the video, I'm a bit confused and not the best when it comes to implementing what I learned in the past and what I've been trying to do. And it's kind of sad that that's the case with this very long video. It's basically nothing but trial and error, and I'm basically not happy with what I do and what I make. So I'm going to be studying a lot more than usual, so I can try and learn and understand 3D vision. I think I can understand simple anatomy at least a bit better, because you at least use shapes, both 2D and 3D, onto real life references of things like objects, animals, or people, or even buildings. And I have to get shapes down first before I can really understand humans and simple anatomy that's also around that area. I'm not sure what else to really say aside from that, since that's basically what I wanted to say and what I needed to say, aside from maybe that I'm putting too much focus all over the place, and that I should be updating more things about it and putting different milestones for myself, where of course I said that I would have to learn and fully understand 3D vision, aside from, oh well, it's an important thing to have, because I only know that 3D vision is just an important thing. I don't seem to understand it, and I don't understand how 3D vision works and how you combine 3D objects with each other, or study a sphere and a cube. I still don't know how people do sphere and a cube studies. It's really impressive. And that's probably about it with this one. I can't really tell what else to talk about, as I said before. And I am looking back at it and I'm still trying to commentate. I think I can try and do a bit of a different approach, where I actually am going to have to focus a lot on arts this December the most, so I can really understand it. Which is really weird, because my original plan from the very beginning of the Daily December resolution was that I would be focusing on multiple different things that I wanted to do and needed to do in order to acquire the skills I needed to make the game that I want. And art has been giving me quite a hard time when I got back into somewhat of an not too rusty rate. And as you can see in this video, I struggle a lot with the heads too, and the human torso near the end of the video. But I find it odd that I'm kind of changing my mind on recording multiple things, and that most of this December has been basically art, which is fine, and I really need art, and I'm very happy to at least have this to look back on, as much as I get embarrassed about it. But I don't know how I'll be putting multiple different things into this daily December. So I guess it's basically art, but I also really need to talk about writing and music, which makes me really confused about it, because I had a certain specific goal that I wanted to do, and I guess I overcomplicated it myself because I'm still learning how to record and how to do a lot of stuff in different editing. I'm trying to get these really sculpted videos out daily, because I really like the idea, or at least I really like seeing progress made in real time, and to see how long it really can take, because it's something that I feel is very important to me, which is really odd. And I guess I am just kind of all over the place. I'm not sure how else I should really talk about this. And I've got no idea for the music in this video too, for a 33-minute video. But that's basically it. I might as well try and talk a little bit more about my game, I guess, in order to try and justify more commentary. So what we know about the game, from what I've said, is that it was originally an RPG. And then, later on, I thought of it as a runner with a sort of Metroidvania style, also linear, in exploration. Along with, quote-unquote, all of these is in very big grain of salt quotes. But, also that I'm aiming to make it challenging, the platforming. And I'm not really sure what else to really say. But, oh, well, we went to this part, and I kind of liked that I was using what I was learning for this campfire. It's not the best campfire, but it's something that I'm pretty happy about. I use the letter I as sticks, and the C is the left side of the campfire, and the S is the right side of the campfire. And then I use the S for different smoke. I kind of liked it, surprisingly enough, and I think that's something that I really got out of that practice. And back onto the game. I'm sorry if you don't like me rambling about my dream game that I'm making, or at least have yet to make, since it's still brainstorming, of course. But I really, not really. But I don't know how else I should really talk about the game. I think I've talked about as much as I can about the game, about what it's inspired from, how I felt about making it so far, and how I still feel about making it, and how I have yet to really get into coding. Because the first time I tried coding was in middle school, and I was really bad at it, and I have basically remembered nothing from it. It's a good class, but I was just such a bad student in it. We had multiple different courses that we did, and I've only completed one of them. The first one I think was Snake, and I messed up on Snake. Or is it Pac-Man? It's Snake or Pac-Man. Or maybe it's both. The second one was... what's it called? The second one was Pong. And that time I actually made Pong. It worked at least. And it was basically like that. The rest is basically a blur, and I don't remember anything at all. Aside from me giving up because I found it too hard. And I want to break that habit of giving up on something just because I found it too hard. Or because I feel like I'm going too slow. And I'm not going to fall into that same trap again with art again. And when it comes to the coding class, we used Game Maker Studio, I think, which is also the engine that the creator of Undertale, Toby Fox, used as well, right? I think he used it for Undertale. I could be wrong, but there's so many different games from Game Maker and RPG Maker, or multiple of those, that have been made from those engines, which I find really impressive. And then I'm like, well, now I really wish that I actually didn't give up, because there's Lisa, and there's Eve, and there's Omori, which are all really amazing to see as end products. And now I really want to get into games again. I've always been wanting to make a game, but I've always just never felt that I could. I still don't think that I can, but I want to think that I can. I think that's about it for this ramble. Aside from that bit of random exposition, there's nothing else to really offer. Aside from this section where I'm trying to put in the the vanishing points, and I cannot understand vanishing points well, which makes sense because I don't know what I'm looking at and I am not studying it right. I tried it with a normal flat square and then a cube at its side with a corner facing me. I'm still not sure how I'll be studying it, but I'll be looking at a lot of stuff. And I'm going to try out Draw a box or make a box. It's one of those two names. But I'm going to try out that place because while searching for ways to study, I've always found that that source was one of the most recommended, or is always common to see it at the top or everywhere I go to ask a question on how to study art. That's basically it. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and have a good day or night.
Bye.